Hey everyone, welcome back to Good Game Republic, your weekly dose of the biggest and boldest stories from the world of esports. Missed the action? Don't worry, we've got you covered. This week in esports was absolutely wild. Here's what went down. Falcons lift their first ever trophy at PGL Bucharest and do it with memes. Furia falls apart. Cello benched, DGT says no, and Yuri might be next. m0NESY leaves G2 for Falcons. Furia signs a new AWP from Kazakhstan. And in Dota 2, Paravision destroy Team Spirit to win ESL 1 Rally. Let's dive in. PGL Bucharest 2025. Final day. In a high-stakes final with plenty of storylines, Falcons stunned G2 with a dominant 3-0 victory, securing the organization's first ever Tier 1 trophy. Map 1, Mirage, G2's pick. G2 never got going, and the Falcons flew away with a clean 13-5 win.
Mobs looking to keep G2 in the map, otherwise it's closed, and Tesses would be the man to do it. Goes into the fight, and Falcons strike first. Map 1 victory here on Mirage.
Map 2, Nuke, Falcons pick. Falcons stayed ahead of every G2 rotation and closed it out 13-7 with ease.
Hunter's in the clutch. The 1v2 as he puts the bomb down. Tesses is already on him, suffocating them and closing out Nuke.
Map 3, Ancient. A slightly closer affair, but Falcons still looked cooler under pressure.
Here goes Nico over the top of Heaven. Not a damage, and finishes off. What? He got away with a quad kill.
A 13-8 finish sealed the sweep.
Perhaps his final round. Hunts down Nico. He's collected him. And it's up against the man who m0NESY is taking the spot away from. The AWPer that Falcons do not want. And he stays alive to grab it, but m0NESY to the headshot. There is no time. And Falcons have taken it. They have come out on top.
Look at Dexter as well. The jumps, the little leaps of joy.
This wasn't just a win. This was a statement. You know it's a good tournament when even the trophy lift becomes a meme. Falcons' celebration was pure comedy gold. Between Zonic pulling faces at the camera and the team lifting the trophy like it was a talent show finale, fans couldn't stop laughing. Social media lit up with edits, GIFs, and instant reactions. It was the perfect goofy exhale after an intense run. The third place decider was a grudge match, FaZe versus Complexity, round 2. And this time, FaZe showed up with zero emotion and maximum efficiency. No insane one versus 5. No theatrics, just methodical, clean Counter-Strike. Revenge complete.
He gets sidelined by Frozen. Time's not there for them, and it is revenge for FaZe. The grass is indeed greener for Elige.
The event had a $625,000 prize pool, and here's how it shook out for the top teams. Falcons, $200,000. G2, $100,000. FaZe, $60,000. Falcons win is a big W, not just for the players, but also for the org. PGL uses a 50-50 split, so both sides walk away with a solid payday. So, did Falcons just go from meme team to major threat? Drop your takes. And yes, feel free to rate the trophy lift out of 10. Unlock insane CS2 skins instantly on Skin Club. Battle other players live, snag free cases daily, and chase premium skins worth hundreds of dollars. Ready for your dream inventory? Grab your exclusive 7% bonus now and join thousands of winners. Click below. Official, m0NESY joins Team Falcons. It's happening. m0NESY is officially joining Team Falcons, ending his legendary run with G2. The move, confirmed by G2's CEO, wasn't about performance or drama. It was a calculated decision to avoid losing the superstar AWPer on a free transfer. With m0NESY's contract set to expire in December 2025, G2 made the tough call to move early, giving themselves time to rebuild for next season instead of gambling on last-minute negotiations. According to the org's CEO, it came down to clarity and control. m0NESY had begun to emotionally distance himself from the team, and the uncertainty around his future was blocking progress on roster planning and player talks. Rather than drag things out, G2 opted for a clean break, even if it meant parting with their crown jewel. And what a run it was. 6 trophies in 2 years, including iconic wins at IEM Cologne 2023 and IEM Katowice 2023. The org might be sad to see him go, but there's no denying m0NESY left a serious mark. Falcons have been making big moves all year, but this one might be the biggest yet. m0NESY is set to replace Dexter in the starting lineup. Now let's be clear, Dexter didn't underperform. He held his own since joining this past winter. But m0NESY? He's in a league of his own. Even a quick glance at the last 3 months of stats shows a massive gap in performance across every major category. This is more than a side grade, it's a statement. Falcons are going all in on firepower, and m0NESY is the ace up their sleeve. With this move, Falcons roster is starting to look downright terrifying. That's a lineup stacked with raw aim, championship experience, and now one of the best young AW peers in the world. m0NESY has secured his visa and is officially set to debut for Falcons at IEM Melbourne, kicking off April 21st.
When you look on at other teams, there is only one team that I can go, it's Falcons. Like when I looked at other teams, I didn't have that much belief, you know.
Really?
Like believe, like I wanted to play with Nico always, and I believe that we can win a lot of tournaments and a lot of trophies with him together, and finally we'll get him a major, you know.
Is this the team that finally unlocks Nico's major dream? And how will G2 rebuild without their star prodigy? Let us know what you think. Swedish CS2 pro Joel, banned for life after cheat scandal. Huge news from the CS2 scene. Swedish player Joel Holmlund just got slapped with a lifetime ban by ESIC after being caught cheating. Once a rising star with stints on Monte and Godsent, Joel's career came crashing down after anti-cheat system Acros flagged him during a CCT match last August. The investigation found a premium hardware cheat, the ASDEFware EFI bootkit, on his PC. We're talking full-on aimbot, triggerbot, ESP, and yep, he admitted to using it. But that's not all. According to ESIC, Joel then tried to blackmail them into staying quiet, threatening to leak fake documents if they went public. It's not his first controversy either. Back in 2023, he was already under investigation for allegedly betting on matches he played in, including 2 bets against his own team. That case didn't stick due to lack of evidence, but this time, the proof was undeniable. From being one of Sweden's most promising talents to earning the harshest penalty in competitive CS, this is one of the wildest falls from grace we've seen in a while. Furia in chaos. The Brazilian CS2 scene is heating up, and not in a good way. Just weeks before the Austin Major, Furia has benched Cello following a string of disappointing results, most recently at PGL Bucharest. But things are going from bad to worse. According to insider journalist Iomatas, Furia offered DGT a record-breaking salary of 100,000 Brazilian reals per month, about 20,000 USD, or 33 times the average salary in Brazil. And still, he said no. Word is, Pain is getting him instead. As if that wasn't enough, rumors are now swirling that Yuri could be next to leave. He's been a pillar of the team since 2017, but reports suggest there's growing frustration with his behavior at events. It wouldn't be the first time a veteran clashes with the vibe of a team in crisis. Let's be blunt, Furia has been struggling all year. No playoffs, no deep runs, and nothing close to the firepower we used to associate with the name. Their 2025 scorecard reads like a speed run to early exits. Blast Bounty, Spring 2025, out and play in. IEM Katowice, 2025, 13th to 16th. Blast Open, Spring 2025, 13th to 16th. ESL Pro League Season 21, 12th to 14th. PGL Bucharest, 2025, 12th to 14th. They started strong at Bucharest with a win over Apogee, and then fell flat, losing to Complexity, Virtus Pro, and the Mongols in a row. In a move nobody saw coming, Furia has signed Kazakh sniper Molodoy from Amcal, and it's raising more than a few eyebrows. Not only is this the first time a Kazakh player joins the iconic Brazilian squad, but it also brings up a bigger question. What happens to Fallen, who's still rocking the AWP role? Sources suggest that Fallen will shift into a rifling position while staying on as the team's IGL, a move that could redefine the entire structure of Furia's game plan. If you're scratching your head wondering who Molodoy is, you're not alone. The 22-year-old sniper only joined Amcal earlier this year and had a modest run, with the team reaching the closed qualifier for PGL Astana 2025, but failing to make deeper waves. Still, for a player with no Tier 1 experience, Molodoy's recent form is impressive. His rating over the past 3 months sits at 1.26, and while that's in a lower tier environment, it's consistently strong. In fact, when you stack his stats against Fallen's recent numbers, Molodoy comes out ahead, which might explain why Furia made this unexpected bet. And the pressure? Oh yeah, it's on. Molodoy's Tier 1 debut will happen on home soil at PGL Astana 2025, running in Kazakhstan, with $625,000 on the line and the spotlight burning bright. It's a trial by fire for the young AW peer. This will be his first ever major LAN, and what better place to prove yourself than in front of a home crowd? Paravision shock Team Spirit to win ESL 1, Rally 2025. Paravision have pulled off one of the biggest upsets of the season by defeating Team Spirit 3-1 in the grand final of ESL 1 Rally 2025. Coming in from the lower bracket after a gritty win over Tundra Esports, Paravision looked fired up and unshakable on LAN. Against all odds, they outplayed Spirit across the board. Better macro, tighter coordination, and a clear understanding of the meta gave them the edge in the BO5.
All the way behind there, Ancient all the way into the fountain, and will force them out, claiming a
victory. Back-to-back ESL champions. Give it up for your champions, slayers of TI champs. It's none other than Parivision.
The win marks a massive milestone for Parivision, who not only walk away with $250,000 in prize money for the players and $40,000 for the organization, but also bag 7,040 EPT points, pushing them much closer to top-tier ESL Pro Tour invites. Team Spirit, who had looked dominant earlier in the tournament, had to settle for second place, earning $130,000 for their players, $35,000 for the club, and 4,800 EPT points. This wasn't just a lucky run. Parivision went through the lower bracket, took out elite teams, and beat one of the strongest squads in the scene in a LAN final. If there were any doubts about their potential, consider them erased. That's a wrap for this week's Esports Roundup. Let us know in the comments, which story blew your mind the most? Was it m0NESY joining Falcons or Parivision taking down Spirit? Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Big plays, big drama. Same time next week. See you soon.